Is the beginning of any project easy? No, it is not. And today I'm going to talk about that. A couple of weeks ago, I was talking to a newlywed woman, and she was talking about how her and her husband, okay, were having some issues in learning how to live together. And this was new to her because they were newlyweds, but it was like understanding how to best man- manage the situation so that she could actually have a conversation with her husband and it being well received, which is normal marital stuff. But this young woman, what her communication style is that of a very loving person, and her husband is more of a person who's very dynamic, who's very outgoing, and who is very much dramatic. And it was her intent was to figure out, or what she wanted was to figure out how can she just work to get, well, actually she wasn't really sure how, what she wanted. She just wanted, like, she just wanted the issues, the misunderstanding to stop. So what I told her, well, I was going to use all like crystal methodology and whatnot, and she's like, well, we don't believe in that stuff. And she didn't want a reading because she didn't believe in it either. So what I suggested was figuring out how to, like, reading up on how to best communicate with a person who is dynamic and theatrical and who likes to put himself in, be at the forefront of something, right? She's more of a laid back, trying to help the situation type of person, like assisting in the background. And the way she was describing this situation was like, it felt like she was at wit's end. And so it was my job, okay, to console her and to help her understand that it is doable. It can be done. You just have to figure out how to communicate clearly and effectively in regard to a certain type of individual, because they communicate in a certain type of way. And if you know how your partner communicates, you then will be able to know what to do to better communicate with them as well. And so, most of the time, when we start something new, we are worried sick about how is this going to pan out? Am I going to be able to do this? Am I going to be able to find middle ground with my partner? Am I going to be able to get through all these cultural, religious boundaries that we have set in front of us where we don't think that can be solved because they're actual traumas, like religious traumas, things that we don't question but are actually causing us more harm than good, because that's what we've been taught since our childhood, that these things are going to assist us. So, like I said, what I suggested was to figure out how to best communicate with him so that she can make her needs met and he can be happy with the fact that she actually told him what she needed help with, what could have been fixed or what can be fixed. So why I'm saying this is because every beginning of a big project or a small project, every beginning will in turn incite a sort of trauma, a fear, discomfort. But that's completely fine, because that is just a sign that your soul is getting bigger, is growing, is expanding, and is getting mature as a soul. So, is there something that you are currently going through that you are feeling very uneasy about because this is new territory for you? Is what I want you to ponder. So, ponder that